The older I've gotten, the less confident I've become. It is exponentially harder for me to take risks, to go out on a limb, or just do it as I've grown up. I finally asked why. Well, at face value, becoming an adult is all about being logical, using reason, and considering the future and your family. So naturally, everything I do is now filtered through my adult brain's logic checklist. That adult brain is great for general life choices, like going to the grocery store today instead of tomorrow so I don't waste money eating out. But it does me no good when I have a great creative idea, but talk myself out of it because I have more important things to take care of. How can I balance this out? It's gotten to a point where it's less of a logical mind and just plain negative talk. I never thought I'd be the person to hold myself back. For instance, just the other day I realized all those times I got discouraged about a project because people wouldn't like it or people wouldn't watch it, those people didn't exist. I had made it all up. People was my negative self. It hurts to see that I could be such an enemy to myself, but it's the truth, and now I'm at a crossroads. Do I keep doing what I'm doing because maybe it'll work itself out? I mean, there are worse things than being too logical, right? Well, I've been down that road several times, and it keeps looping me back to the same place. So it's time to change something up. Every decision I would normally take, I'll try to do the opposite. I tend to correct my first decision with a highly filtered, logical, and over-analytical second decision. Have you ever taken the time to do the first thing that comes to mind and it work out better? It's amazing. A good example that I experience every day is when I'm getting ready in the morning and I always know exactly what I want to put on. But when I go to get dressed, I say, well, maybe this will be better. I put on the supposed better choice, hate it, then put on what I initially wanted to and love it. Although before I learned about this second choice habit I used to try on 3 to 5 more outfits, only to go back to that very first thought. Why does this happen? What is this? I'd like to think it's not me. It's some outside thinking. Me is that first thought. It's time to embrace the first idea, do the opposite, and ignore the negative thoughts. I haven't really done much work this year. I can't believe it. It's been like about 6 months almost of little to no work, and it is what it is. It happened, but now it's time to get back on track and try to get things sorted out. I had a lot of time to think during like the first trimester, wrapping my mind around reality and like, you know, the future, what this year and the rest of my life is gonna hold. When I think about the future, it's a little bit more clear. Yeah, that's a good way to say it, especially coming from, you know, like the early 20s, you don't know what you're gonna do kind of thing, and it's like narrowing itself down on top of a lot of experience that I have gained just living also has helped me narrow my focus and what I want to do for my future. So yeah, I had a lot of time to think about what I wanted to do with my career. That's taken up a lot of my brain for this year. I was questioning everything. Is this what I want to do? What I'm doing now, is it what I want to keep doing? Like, what do I see my career being? What do I want to switch it up? Do I need to go back to school? Do I need to work on something else? Like, what do I want to do, and when do I need to start doing it, and how do I need to get to that point of what I want to do, and all that those kind of questions. So currently, for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been doing content creation and like being self-employed as a content creator. So I just have been thinking about like, do I want to keep doing that? Is that all that I want to do? What do I want to do next? And kind of came to some conclusions. Over the next couple of weeks, I think it'll kind of become more clear, but to put it as concise as possible, I kind of want to switch it up, but not really. I don't think it'll seem that different to y'all because I'm kind of like piecing together a lot of things that I've done in the past and packing them all into one and doing it all at once kind of thing. And it's actually been kind of interesting because I feel like I'm kind of like in a, what do you call it? Standstill, or like in a limbo of like waiting. Like I can't do too much change right now because by September and the rest of the year, it'll be more on postpartum and maternity leave and stuff like that. I'm kind of taking that into account of what I can actually get done now and what might be pushed to next year and things like that. But I do think there's a lot of things that I can get done in the meantime, and better late than never. I think I've pushed a lot of things off in the past, and I don't want to do that anymore. I've decided to kind of change my focus away from like full-time, like if I had to put labels on it, away from full-time content creator and more to like pursuing a career with my nail art and like nails. So if y'all don't know, I am a licensed manicurist. I went to school in 2018 and got my license. I've tried a little bit of it, but I never really went full in because it was always like my secondary thing, like my backup thing, something that I really enjoyed. And I have been wanting to, I don't know, kind of move on from solely being like the content, like the influencer style content creator where it's like a lot of brand deals, heavily reliant on like brand deals. I'll always be creating content. That's just kind of what I do. I've done it before I ever got paid for so long, before I ever knew that it could be a job. So I don't see this as it. I've never saw this as like, this is all it is. I hope I'm making sense. So anyway, so I've decided to kind of pursue more seriously manicuring and nail artistry, as well as my art career, which has been on like background thing that I've been doing. I shared a lot more of it, what was that, last year, especially while I was in Guam and stuff like that, which was great. I loved it. As it pertains to like what y'all would see and stuff like that, nothing would really change. I still want to make videos and stuff like that. I do love YouTube. Don't really care for Instagram that much. Have always loved YouTube. New things always hit YouTube first. For me personally, it's like my #1, and Instagram may or may not find out kind of thing. For this like career pivot, there's a lot that it kind of involves, and I want to share that with y'all, share the journey of getting to that point of that being full-time thing. I am pretty much dedicating the majority of my time to pursuing this career change or pivot. I think in the past I've been scared to like share more of myself because I felt stuck, or I made myself stuck in like one place that when it came to hair, because hair paid me and it was like the most popular thing that people like knew me for and came to me for. So I had a hard time focusing or putting my efforts into other things because that's just what was the highest demand, was like hair stuff. But I haven't really been making that much content lately, sharing anything, so I don't think it'll be as much of a shock as maybe it was in the past of like, you don't get to see as much hair content because you haven't been seeing anything. So I think most of y'all would rather see something than nothing. And if it's hair, it's hair, but if it's anything, it's better than not seeing me at all, right? In the future, I definitely want to start taking clients and all of that, have like maybe a salon suite, some kind of studio, but that is not something that I can like solidify at this very moment. The in-person things and client work things will most likely start in 2025. But I have a lot of prep work that I can do on that side, research and all of that. That's an exciting thing that I can look forward to. I really do want to dive into that. I forgot to tell y'all everything that I've done in like my nail career. So after I got licensed, I took some clients a little bit, but at the time, what was I, 18, 19, I got anxiety. I got like nervous anxiety. It was hard for me to take clients. I just got really nervous about it a lot. That's how I kind of really focused on press-on nails and making press-ons, because I didn't deal with like clients and stuff. But I think I'm kind of over that. I feel like that was just kind of like a young thing. And then I really leaned into the press-on nails, and I made and sold press-on nails for a couple of years, very on and off. It wasn't consistent at all, but I probably did 3 different iterations of the press-on nails. And the first one, I don't think y'all really know about, but the second one, I made like a collection, and then you could order your size, and then I made the sizes to order. And then the third time, I made a collection of like one-of-a-kind nails, and then I just sold those. And I believe they were 20 pieces. So they were like a one size fit all kind of thing. So I did one size fits all kind of thing. And then I also did one in-person event, a pop-up at the end of 2022. I still reference that a lot. It was so much fun. It was like a really great experience, and I never went back to it, but I always wanted to. And at that pop-up, I sewed the press-on nails, and I also sewed some other handmade products that kind of went along with the brand. So I had nails and other accessories, basically. Yeah, that was a good time. And that is kind of what I'm taking and moving into like the fourth iteration of the brand, I guess, and elevating it another step. I have started and stopped a lot, but I'm actually not mad about it when I think about it, because I've tried things and then stopped, and then tried something else and stopped, tried it again, and it's just happened over a long period of time. But I think this time I'm kind of ready to stick with it. Like I said, I've narrowed my focus a lot that I want to do in this realm, a lot that I think I have to offer. It will definitely be like a rebrand. I don't know if y'all remember, but it was called Bling Nails, Bling Nail Studio. I've had a few different names, but Blinged was the main name. I am not 100% sure the naming, the branding yet. I'm not really focused on that right now. For the next couple of months until I do give birth, I am focused on making product and just getting that together, because putting things online, getting the names right, that's just the easier part. But making product, I think if I can get that done, I'll be able to maintain it over my birth and like postpartum. I've covered, I would like to focus my career on my nail and my personal product brand, I guess, combining a lot of things that I've done in the past, but a little bit more elevated. It's mixing nail artistry, art, craft, making, all of the like creative things that I have done and that y'all have seen me do for years, if you've been with me that long. I have 4 sections left, but enough hair for 3. So I'm gonna make it work.